My name is Sarah McMenemy. I'm an illustrator and a painter. I work to commission for various sectors like publishing, editorial and advertising. My childhood was very much influenced by my mum and also my grandmother, who are quite good artists, and they used to draw a lot with us. I would end up creating these little worlds. Really, that's the way I've kind of developed my work. As I've gone on, I've tried to create a lovely image that I could get lost in and that other people can also be absorbed in. Definitely the physical aspect of painting really excites me. I quite like the fact that it's not very controlled. Things will happen that you didn't expect, and that element of sort of freshness and spontaneity is what makes me interested in doing what I do, really. The wonderful commission from TfL to create illustrations for Shadwell station, that happened because at the time I was working for the Evening Standard magazine, and the chap that commissioned me, he noticed my illustrations and he managed to find me and asked me if I'd be interested in taking part in this amazing project. The first thing I had to do was go down and walk around Shadwell and see what I could see. I took my camera and my sketchbook and I walked around several days, and then the artwork got scanned and sent to an enamelling factory. And I was lucky enough to go to the factory and see the panels coming back out of the kilns. And we stood and we watched the kind of film being kind of taken off the panel for the first time. We were all sort of looking and going, ooh, that looks good, you know. And so it was a really, really exciting moment to be the first people to see it. So a few months later, when we were allowed back down onto the platform and saw it all there for the first time, it was amazing to see it. And it was also really nice to be able to include some local people in the pictures. I wanted them to feel like it was something they could relate to, they could see themselves. Sure enough, I do have quite a lot of people contacting me who live there saying, oh, that was me on that bike, you know, cycling with my friend next to the river. Oh, I know so-and-so, yeah, you know, he's a great character. Or, oh, we know the stall holder, that electrical stall holder, yeah, he's been there for years. So it really was a nice way of giving that positive sort of, you know, representation of their neighbourhood. I'm a kind of passionate Londoner, really. I love London. I've always lived there. It's sort of really kind of meaningful to me to be in the city and to feel the energy. It's really love that has brought me to Hertfordshire. So I'm here partly because my partner lives here. So, but it's funny because I've come full circle because I was actually born quite just sort of over a couple of hills that way. After the Shadwell project, they asked me to do a project promoting East London as a destination. They wanted to get young people to go there. So they asked me to create a poster. I knew about the pub on the park because I'd been there with friends, and it's rather a nice Victorian pub on the corner of a lovely park. So I just sort of had that image in my mind and went back and did my usual thing of doing some drawings and waiting for the right light, waiting for some nice sunlight and things so I could get good shadows and good bit of 3D on the building. And went through the same process of roughs and approval and artwork. And yes, and then it started to come out on as a poster. It was really lovely to see it. Yeah, so that was another really nice commission. I consider myself very lucky to have been able to do this kind of work in my career. You know, my 5-year-old self is quite happy just doing this as a sort of day-to-day job.